the record button. Alright. Enough Bionicle talk. Although I have thought about running a Bionicle-associated, 3-shot.
Oh my god.
At some point in time, because I think it would be super fun.
I need to raise my hand and say, is that the place where I can play my slime?
Technically, everyone would be a slime. You'd just be a slime piloting a mech.
No.
No. You just want to play as Protodermis. A hard sell, maybe. Anyway, last time on Dungeons & Dragons Rackentha. Dun dun dun! We came to the Spire of Mox at the behest of Feihu, who said that something was going on with her friend, the wizard Astior. You arrived to find that Astior's mimicking slime servants have been running amok throughout the spire, causing general havoc, and had done some amount of injury to Astior the wizard himself. Following your investigations, you discovered that the spire is more or less infested with slimes that can disguise themselves at a moment's notice, as well as having discovered an individual sneaking around about the compound. After doing some interrogating, you found out that they are a member of an order, not a lone operator, and that there are theoretically more individuals deeper in the spire. What you have done so far, you've restrained them. They're a little brain-boozled. Zoran did some magic on them, and that has affected their mindscape in maybe some unexpected ways. You have their mask, which it looked like they were using to communicate with other members of their order. Although it does also contain some kind of enchantment that makes the user more susceptible to some kind of leader. You know that there is a device somewhere on the first floor of the compound that should supposedly be able to control the slimes, but at current is likely malfunctioning, according to Astior. Additionally, there is another passageway that is currently blocked off by a wall of slime. Also, you have not yet visited the kitchen, but you did take a peek inside briefly. Is there anything I didn't cover? I think that's about it.
We broke the wizard's...
You did. You after a solid attempt at using an incredibly complex divination device, it appears to have malfunctioned and potentially broken in some way. I think that's about everything.
Pretty much. Also, we know Pashmina's sibling is also apparently now higher ranking.
Oh, well, yeah.
You did ask about someone named Zeal, which the minion informed you doesn't frequently go by that name anymore, as they have become a steward. They did not elaborate on what that means.
Ominous.
I can only imagine it means they have ascended to a different rank and have now shed their previous identity, and it's a bunch of brainwashing, scary stuff.
Entirely possible.
We'll find out, I guess.
Typical cult.
You can
remember how we ended was Pashmina being like, "Oh God, what do we do now?" And that's where we ended.
You remain in the stairwell with a restrained, dazed-looking minion around you, the kind of musty smell of the tower and the wind whipping outside, the main sounds you hear, and Loka is high above, making sure that Astior and Calandis are safe, which he has verified that they are currently. What would you all like to do?
Son says, "I do not mean to rush, but we should begin to decide what it is to be done with our acquaintance here. There are still dangers in here, as well as individuals who are infiltrating an archive with unknown, well, intentions. And given the age of this place, I have no doubt there is something incredibly dangerous, or knowledge that that is better perhaps left alone, if I know anything about these sorts of places.
Yeah. Right, we can't just keep her tied up.
Yes,
Can
but
we? I mean,
we must if there are more of them and they pose a threat. They will just inform them we are there, that we are here. They already refuse to speak.
Relevantly, whoever wants to, go ahead and make an insight check on the minion on the ground currently.
I'll make one. Oop.
I'll also accompany and do so as well. Actually, I'll give you advantage. How about that?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
I am not here.
16.
16's quite good. After getting after Zoran's magic has started to has faded from this individual, you can tell that they're tied up, they're restrained on the stairwell right now. They're not struggling. Like they do not look to be actively trying to get out of their bonds. One might assume that that's because they are being surrounded by the three people who downed them in the first place. But they're also not... One would assume if that were the case, they would be carefully observing the three of you, kind of looking for an opening, waiting for the right time to start escaping. But they just look out of it right now. They barely know where they are right now.
Normally I wouldn't suggest this, but maybe we can bring her up and maybe Astior and Calendis can watch her for at least the time being. I mean, she's tied up and fairly out of it.
I can only hope that lasts long. I will remind you, we were sent here to make sure that nothing befalls them. And this one is skilled, should they become lucid.
So the alternative is we drag her around the tower? That seems worse.
A sufficiently heavy object. We have chains. Perhaps something.
I have rope. That's what I have. I have some rope.
You do have rope, which is, to be fair, currently around this minion.
Yeah, that's... That's all I've got. Unless Astier has just chains lying about. But, Here, you know what? She starts, helping the person onto their feet, but keeps them, their arms bound.
They're compliant. They stand with you. Little unsteady on their feet, but they're moving. They're up.
I've got you. Let's go upstairs.
So many stairs. They will, if you lead them, accompany you up the stairwell.
Okay.
I'll just keep them lying down. Oop, that is the wrong miniature.
Could I examine their chain whip, perhaps, or at least
Sure.
their weapon? And
What are you looking for? Just
I'm
general
trying
description?
well, what is it? Well, I guess first a general description, if that's all
Yeah,
right.
so they are currently dual wielding what appear to be these it looks like more or less a significantly more wicked version of what Pashmina is wielding. It's this length of chain with parts of it meant to be held and grabbed with this like hooked blade at the end that appears to be kind of multi-purpose. You've already seen it in use as a climbing implement, among other things, but really appears to be this weapon meant to give the wielder some reach. It is a very much a martial weapon, the kind of weapon that takes a good bit of training to be able to use.
Is there perhaps a geographical location in history that I can tie weapons of this sort to?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Thank you for indulging my...
Yeah, no, that's a good thought.
18.
18. So, yes and no. So, there's an amount... You didn't roll over a 20, which is unlike you. Rolling under a 20. God.
Yeah, I mean, I have a 50% chance. I mean, God.
That's crazy. So, regionally, more center-west, although weapons of this design are kind of an emergent result of just high training situations. They've happened in the past when kingdoms have given their warriors a lot of training, when individual sects, like small groups, like the monastic traditions, have given a lot of time to martial arts as a discipline, like emphasis on the arts part of martial arts. So less of, and that has happened in many locations, like weighted thing attached to a flexible length, whether that is rope or chain, are like fairly common. The chain is definitely like unusual relative to these types of weapons in general, but that aspect of it isn't particular to a region.
Okay. But the original cardinal direction gave me was somewhere
Center west. Yeah.
Center
like
west.
this is something that occurs more in the like Motlin region, kind of happening around, like, you're kind of vague, especially after honestly Peshmina would probably know this better than you, because she was the one who read that whole book about like comparative monastic and clerical traditions in the regions of Rackentha. But like, yeah, that kind of area of the southern mountains, maybe along the coast, like, you know that historically there have been multiple monastic traditions that have practiced this type of martial implement before in the region.
Sorry.
You're good.
Very Sherlock thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up here, and Estior and Calandus kind of like observe and look, and Calandus kind of like blanches for a moment, and Estior just kind of looks at the individual bound up curiously.
So we've got news.
I see.
So there are people here.
Huh.
That aren't us. Like you and also our little party. They're apparently in the archive.
Oh, that's a trick. Do you think you could get them to tell me how they got in there?
That's when I don't think we're in, so probably not.
Yeah, seems unlikely.
To be fair, there've been enough texts to study that I haven't been particularly interested yet. We've been spending months going through the books we've got on the surface, but I'm curious if they managed to get in that deep into the building. Curious.
So
Unusual.
she's one of them, the people in the archive.
Okay.
She's currently kind of, and she does like a little circle at her head, like to indicate like loopiness.
Yeah, the minion's just like,
Oh.
It's high up here. Wow.
So if it's all right with you, I'm just going to leave her here out of the way so that maybe mimeoplasm doesn't attack her or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give her a thwap if she tries to do anything, and kind of like brandishes his staff like a baseball bat.
Yeah, if she does lash out, hopefully she won't. I hope she won't. Please don't. She just kind of like pats the person on the shoulder, like, just relax up here, okay?
All right.
Okay, everyone, be careful. I'm just thinking about like, this person highly trained in hand-to-hand combat, with these two. This will be fine.
We'll be fine.
It's certainly a choice.
She's tied up and disarmed. We'll see. Okay. I guess we're gonna keep investigating this issue because, I think this is bad.
Yes.
You said
Any idea who these people are?
Yes, but it's a long story.
Oh. Cliff's notes? Anything I should know? Be concerned about?
They're dangerous and they want something in this tower.
I mean, I'd be more than willing to share notes if it's like knowledge. If they're after some kind of information.
I believe this is more of a militant secret society sort of deal.
Ugh, how
my
droll.
friend.
Yeah, it's not fun or interesting. It's
Disappointing.
kind of scary. Well, I guess, you don't know any way through the slime wall.
Slime
do you?
wall.
Yeah, there's this giant wall of slime ooze on the way to the archive.
That's weird. That's a new behavior. Interesting. Hopefully, if you have you investigated the machine? If that's up and running again, then hopefully that'll even things out. They can like join together to make bigger slimes, but like
Yeah,
I don't think they've ever made the
that.
pattern of like a wall. That's rather odd.
Yeah, it's very much a barrier. Well, you make a good point. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna keep investigating. Please stay up here and be safe, and,
All right.
don't let anyone who looks like her points at the
You know,
Order.
maybe we'll go up to the tower and just so we can keep an eye on like the whole outside situation.
Are we in the tower?
No, I mean like where I brought you before, up on the deck, the top,
tippy top.
the tippy top. Yes, exactly.
Tip top.
Come along, Calandus, and bring her. And Calandus is just like, oh, okay. Calandus like drags this minion along up the stairs.
Okay, well, stay safe, stay warm, I
We'll
guess.
keep a sharp eye out.
Please do. Oh dear.
I've never needed glasses a day in my life. Eyes like a hawk.
Where's
Why
the...
can't I can't move. What is going on? Hello? Oh, okay. Now I can move. Boop. Alright. Oh boy. Go back down. Or at least I go back down.
I will go with you.
Whoop! Heshmina leaps 30 feet down. Yeah, coming down, Heshmina's like, okay, well, she's with Estior now. That's fine. I hope it's fine. Let's take care of the rest of this and then figure out where to go from there.
I'm sure it will probably, maybe, hopefully be fine.
I'm hoping. I will be very sad if anything happens to anyone.
I suppose we should interact with the machine then? Or...
That sounds
Oh.
like probably our best bet. If
Do
it does have
that.
anything to do with the slimes.
Yeah, do that, and then make all of the slimes operational, and then go to the deep archives and find this grouping's skill room or something.
Alright. We go.
All right. Caroline, would you like me to move Zeron with the squad?
I'm sitting in Tailspire. I just need to be let in.
Ooh.
Oh, you just need to
let in.
go to the board. Yeah.
Ow! My apologies.
That is okay.
Yeah, if you ever, if we're ever on a board
There we go.
and you're
Someone
not there
clears the
yet,
board.
you can hit space and that will open up the
Oh,
boards on the side and you can just let yourself onto a board.
My bad.
that's
Go,
fair.
and go to the Spire of Mom.
We been down over this way yet?
You have not.
Not
Alright,
fully.
So,
I'm going in front then.
stepping into the hallway, you see that it is lit by a number of non-magical torches. Just real, actual, normal torches. And down the hall, you can see immediately a contraption. Some sort of device connected to this cage, and a number of, like, electrical arching pythons and some books and desks. Looks like a bit of a workshop in there. Hard to make out details from down the hall, but you can see
Can
that
I
it's
ask where we are? I can't see anyone.
first floor.
Oh, we're down below, yeah. So we've already gone, like, down the second smaller flight of stairs.
Oh, my
I can
goodness,
zoop you
okay.
over there if you want.
That would be lovely, because, yeah, I was on... Okay, I see everyone now. So if you could drop my character, that'd
There
be
you
fun.
are.
There we go.
Alright, as we... No, stay back. What are you doing? I'm gonna get attacked by my neoplasms. I'm gonna take a quick sneak peek down here and see
Yeah.
if I can see anything.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's not bad. I got 13. 17?
17's quite good. Taking a look at the hallway itself, you notice that the torches have been placed mostly symmetrically.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah.
I see it.
We're just playing prop hunt. We're just playing prop hunt for real.
In that case, I'm gonna just take a quick attack roll, if that's okay.
You're just gonna, like, what kind of attack are you doing? Are you just, like, throwing something at it?
I'm just gonna kind of walk over here and smack this one.
All right,
I think.
go for it. Make me an attack roll.
That is not gonna hit.
Not gonna hit?
That's a 9.
A 9 will hit. They've got AC 8. And by they, I mean the slime that you just hit by smacking a torch on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What's my D8? All right, hang on. D8. Don't fail me like this other die almost did. That's much better. Thank you. That's max damage. That's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Splorch!
Oh, is it dead?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
You absolutely murk the shit. No need to go into or out of initiative. You have
Excellent.
completely
Just
splorched
fucking-
this slime.
Ew.
Sweet. I like the idea of Loka walks up to it and takes his trident like a baseball bat and just smacks it
Yeah,
against.
absolutely.
Wow.
Faison
Yeah. So
Faison takes a little vial of slime with him.
absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, you can take a look at the a closer look at this room.
Is there anything dangerous looking in here? I mean, like slime looking.
Slime dangerous.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me another perception check, and I will also describe the room to you in a little bit more detail. So, there's clearly this device that has been actually built into the compound, it looks like. It looks like there's been some care taken, and there is these nodes surrounding this central cage. It looks like they are connected and have these crystals sustaining some kind of enchantment likely around it. Notably, the cage is hanging open. There is a small lock on it that looks like it has been broken.
I got a 13 on
13?
perception.
In your presence, the stack of books directly across from you wobbles a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna make another attack roll. Hang on, everybody.
That one or wait, that one or that one?
The one I have marked.
Okay.
Faison will say maybe you should wait for a moment before you pass through the very. How does the machine look? Does it look as volatile as?
It's pretty close, but like it's not. The electricity doesn't appear to be like arcing around it to the menacing extent that it is here.
Okay.
It's mostly arcing to and from the cage.
Okay. Thank you.
That is a 16 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
Damage is not the best. Fucking 6 damage.
It does take it, but it is
Alright.
still alive. We're gonna
So,
briefly hop into initiative.
Yeah, what I did just to describe, I
Oh,
am
shit.
still over here, and I just threw not the Biden, but the trident at it.
Absolutely. There's currently a trident sticking out of the slime.
Boing.
Does anyone remember what initiative order we were in?
Not even remember.
Not even. Yep. Nope. Nope.
Go back in. We should
Uh,
go back. Maybe it's back in the text for speed.
You said the recording was up, right?
It is.
All right, give me a minute.
It looks like... See if I can... We do have initiative in... There are some roles, at least, in... I feel like... I want to say it was... this order. How much damage was that? 6? 6. Has taken 6 damage. I'm also fine just running with this initiative.
That's fine.
I think it'll probably work just fine.
Oh, so
Alright.
it's me again?
So you have taken your attack action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
No? Alright. Peshmina.
Let me see. Oh. Why can I not? Ah, there we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, and then it's meteor hammer time, baby.
Make it happen.
So I'm getting actions. Oop. 17.
17 will definitely hit.
D4. Doot, doot. Five plus 4 plus 1. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
5 plus 4 plus 1 is
10.
10. Yep.
Yep.
Splorch.
Dead.
Bonk.
Ugh. Gross.
You've splorched the slime. Back into exploration mode.
So, can I just do a general arcana check on the machine to try to see how it possibly functions, or get an inkling?
Sure. Go ahead and give me DC 25. Also, I apologize. I need to use the bathroom very badly. So I'm gonna do that quick.
but-
Hey.
Peshmina, can you move really quick? Excuse me. I just want to go.
What? Did you just whack it again or something?
No, I pulled my trident out of it.
What do you use to clean slime?
Do you want to make opposed checks?
What's the check? What are we doing?
My sleight of hand versus your perception.
All right.
Well, that's not bad.
Ooh, I rolled a 10.
I got a dirty 20.
All right, what happens? What is this?
Loka, like, very gently grabs the back of your pant and starts wiping
No.
it.
Oh my god, hold on.
Oh no, okay.
That gave me a coughing fit. Oh my god. Horrible.
I didn't know these things so clean. You just give it a little shake and it's all good, see?
And he holds it up and it's mostly clean.
Oh. I don't even know what to fucking say. It's just like... It's literally like a little kid, like, rubbing their snotty nose on, like...
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, he doesn't have any clothes to clean it with, you know?
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure we have, like, handkerchiefs and shit. It's like...
I don't got time for that.
Jesus. Peshmina's gonna, like, sit down at some point and be like, what the fuck?
Oh, you must have slipped in slime gear. That's too bad.
She's like, oh my god, I need to change clothes right now. worst job ever. It's my shitty summer job in between my real job. My off-season job.
The off-season mercenary job. That's not a bad gig, though.
She's... I'm imagining she's just, like, getting slime in her hair. It's like the worst thing ever.
No.
No, I didn't go that hard. Now, if you had floor-length hair and I didn't like you, maybe.
I might need to get more cough drops.
I'm sorry to have forced that upon you.
Oh, it's fine.
Hello, I am back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
You missed absolutely nothing.
Excellent. I'm sure that the recording will reflect that exactly.
Correct.
How did you do on Arcana, Hassan?
Not good enough. 18.
18?
That's not bad.
It's hard to understand how this works for sure. You're sure that the crystals hold enchantments, and that the cage is probably meant to house a specimen, a sample, something. And it is clearly like the device is interacting with all of those things. You would guess that the spires are projecting, like they're effectively antenna, like they're projecting some kind of field. That's about all you can get.
You see Hassan pull out the vial of smashed mimeoplasm and gets a very he looks very tempted to just put the slime in the middle and see what happens.
I can't think of anything better to do. Can you even get to the cage?
Yeah, it's accessible.
So the arcing lightning stuff is not as
Definitely not gonna.
dangerous.
No, it is. I'll just say, like, out of context, it is not dangerous.
Okay.
Oh,
No!
jeez.
Oh, Caroline. Oh.
This
Uh-oh.
seems to be just a cavalcade of very unfortunate happenings.
It's one of those days.
Bubby, why are you sitting on my monster menu?
It's because it's flat.
You want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
What's Bolt's class? Tana, what's Bolt's class?
Rogue.
Rogue.
Oh,
Very much so.
He's a fucking stinky
subclass.
bastard.
Give me subclass.
I don't know the subclasses for Rogue
Stinky.
that well. Yeah.
Stink master.
Sewer rat.
Sewer rat. Basically.
I just want to
Hassan, would you like to insert the slime into the cage?
Hassan is tempted to, but is
Just your little, like, sample vial, right?
yes. But then remembers about how he fucked around and found out earlier, and it's now things. Another spell down the drain, and it's gonna cast Identify on the Identify again.
On the, like, device?
Yes.
Would that work? is a device made of multiple interconnected magical objects, itself a magic item.
Oh.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I hadn't quite thought of that.
I would say, like...
And does that work in the context of something that... Like, I guess it gets into the question of what is identify and how does it work? Because traditionally identify, like, that's meant for, like, yes, a sword of flaming, or whatever, right? Like, you know what this thing is.
May I try and rule of cool this a little bit?
How so? The answer is probably.
Heisan will normally identify as a very low it's a low effort spell. Heisan that requires you to interrogate the nature of only one object. Perhaps if he upcasts it though, diverting the attention of diverting the attention of his eyes to the parts as a whole, sort of expanding the mind to the psychic ether or whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how I do this.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But so casting it at a higher spell to like include the totality of an object.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think like probably gets you a lot more technical information about it.
Yeah, so maybe at a second level? Or,
yeah, for sure.
Or would be, okay.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah. He sort of sketches out, like on a piece of paper, he sketches out the design of the machine as he sees it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little paper little glows and rustles.
And like adds annotations.
And annotations begin sort of scribbling themselves.
That's very cool. Yeah, so this is... You can tell you're on the right path. So this device seems to function by... It is definitively connected to how the slimes function as a being. So Astior mentioned previously that the slimes effectively act as a hive mind. So what this portion, what this device is doing is influencing a portion of what is effectively a single organism to influence the part and then project a field out that influences the whole the same way that it influences the part. And like part of the reason this is complex magically, like our in the arcane sense, is that the slime, like this is not a slime as a creature. This is not a slime as like a piece of ecology. These slimes are more or less constructs. They are fully artificial beings. So like the only reason this device works is because Astior manipulated a substance to generate the slimes themselves. So yeah, it's more or less a remote control like field for the slimes, and it seems like you would need a living specimen in the cage to control the abilities of the remainder of the slimes.
Oh shoot, we haven't killed them all, have we? No, we haven't been to the kitchen. Oh.
And from what you can tell, just like logically from, okay, there's a cage, the lock was broken, the cage is empty, there's clearly something in here.
Wait, there is something in there,
was
okay.
And should be.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go talk to fucking Astior. Goddamn motherfucking stairs. I'm sorry. Let me say that differently.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Astior, and I'm gonna go climb all these fucking stairs and not cry on the.
Don't forget to ask him how we could possibly wrangle one of these things.
I'll do that too. Okay, I'll be back.
And Loka takes off.
Hi, Zoran.
Zoran, who's just disassociating in the hallway.
Bless. Aw.
I gotta figure out how to make myself.
Yeah, you're up on the tower.
No.
No, you're
I'm not.
gonna
Not yet. I'm
navigate
not.
all the way up there.
I'm working on it.
Nope.
I'm working
Oh.
on it.
It's nice up
Me
here.
and Hassan are
The net.
alone for like 15 minutes.
So what are you up to? Come here often?
Don't want to be here at all.
I didn't choose this.
I'm so tired of these slimes.
Uh-oh, yeah, I can't really make my way up.
Just teleport you.
I'm in the middle of the tower somewhere. Stuck. Horribly. There we go. Alright, I made it.
They're at the top. There you go.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah, Astior and Calandis and the minion are all here.
Oh,
Oh my! You why did you? All right. Hi. Hello. What's
that's
up?
a lot of stairs. Why do you
Yes.
wizards always have so many goddamn stairs?
We don't go up and down them. We go up and down them like once a day.
Ah, damn it, I've done that like 3 times already. Well, I don't have any legs anymore. What is inside the cage?
What?
The cage?
Oh, the device.
The device.
Yes.
There's a cage and it's unlocked and empty. Is there
Oh.
something in there?
Yes, minioplasm.
Okay. We've killed all of them that we've seen. Will that work?
Like a deceased slime.
I don't know.
Well, I believe whatever
Bottom one.
enchantment would be in a squashed slime, as I've seen you demonstrate, would likely no longer function. It would no longer be connected to the whole.
Ah, God damn it. Okay. So we need a live slime then.
Yes.
How do we capture a live slime?
Well,
How
mine
did
was
you
easy. I
capture it?
simply created one in the cage, but that's not really. Well, I have noticed an interesting, maybe odd behavior that they do chase after shiny objects, like coin or gems.
Interesting. So, oh, I have an idea. Okay, thank you, I guess. Good luck up
Okay.
there or whatever. Don't get murdered by
Don't fall down the stairs again.
I might. Who knows? This place is a death trap.
Hassan gets into the cage. No.
You may. Would you like to?
No.
Bad news bears.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, no, I need to get in.
I have no idea how that would affect everything beyond it. Because you said what is inside essentially projects upon to everything else,
Yeah.
and I couldn't possibly know how.
Yeah,
Am I
even understanding how, like, this is a pretty specific and fine-tuned system. Inserting something that is not the slime into it could have a whole number of effects.
Yeah.
No clue. Like, that knowledge isn't just like you don't know enough to figure it out. Like, that knowledge is kind of unknowable
Yeah.
without like doing some several days of like wizard calculation shit.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just double check something very quickly. Oh, I probably have more than that. I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
All right.
And I'm gonna see if I can find a mimeoplazm.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is a 19 on the die for 23.
That's very good.
Hello.
Hello. Are you okay? Are you alive?
Hello, I'm sorry.
It's
No,
not
it's
your
okay.
fault.
So a lot's
Aw.
happening right now. It's okay.
Would you like a quick recap?
That would be amazing.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
yeah. So we splatted a slime in the device chamber. Hasan rolled some Arcana stuff and then like upcasted Identify to try and figure out how the device works. It turns
Okay.
out to be able to regain control of the slimes. There needs to be a live specimen of a slime in the device, the cage of the device. Loco went and talked to Astior to try and figure out what needs to go in the cage, which is a live slime, and how they might trap it. And Astior noted that the slimes tend to, of their own volition, like behaviorally, be attracted toward like high value objects, things that are shiny, like gems and coins and stuff.
Okay.
And now you're caught up.
Thank you.
Actually, as Loka, before you tell me what the perception check gives me, Loka's gonna call over the sending stone and just be like,
Hello? This is Loka. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Loud and
Okay.
clear.
So, I forget his name. The wizard guy told me that the Mimeo, the mimes, they like shiny things. That's what he said. So I'm in the kitchen right now. I'm actively looking for a Mamo Plaza, and I'm gonna bring a line of gold pieces from here to the machine. Does that sound good?
Perhaps, yes. Oh, what?
Does it have to be gold pieces?
Yes, our funds are rather limited.
See how they react to a copper.
Okay, I'll do some testing. And get back with you, maybe. Maybe I'll die. Who knows?
Please don't get hurt.
This place is crazy.
Would you
All
like
right.
backup?
No, I think I got it. I'll just shout you that if I need help, I think.
and
Okie
Loka's
dokie.
gonna look for the stuff.
Yeah. So with your perception check, you actually spot 3 slimes in the kitchen.
Oh shit.
The first that you notice is this chest on the right, partially because it's out of place, but mostly because it is fully identical to one of the other ones in the room, including its contents. So that is this slime. Or
Yep.
this chest is a mimeoplasm. Additionally, the 2 bushels near the window glisten softly in the torchlight in an unnatural way, giving off the impression that they are also slimes.
Okay.
Slimy.
Loka, I'm trying to figure out like where the best place to be is so that it doesn't really see me. So that I can like drop. Maybe that's just a stealth check, right? Like, I don't know.
So yeah, so you know that they typically go stealth mode when they think they are being observed.
Oh shit.
Um,
They already know I'm here.
Probably. But you want to like drop some coins on the ground and then hide?
Yeah, I like maybe if I don't. Can I move to here? You think? Without...
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to move to there, and then maybe even a little bit closer, like to here,
Mhm.
and just right here. Drop a silver.
Think.
and then another one, and another one, and another one, until it kind of leads out of the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just kind of hide
Around the corner.
here.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a
See
stealth
if
check.
it starts working. Yeah. You bastard. That's a 10.
It's a 10? Slimes
know
are
if
not
that's very
very
good.
smart. It
Yeah,
turns
but
out.
It could beat me on the die, though.
Has a -4 to intelligence.
Oh, sick.
That is a 19.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but like, do you want to peek to try and like see what the slime does, or do you want to be fully out of sight?
I want to be like over here, fully out of sight.
Because if you want to be fully out of sight, you don't really need to roll a stealth check. You just are out of sight.
Like I do at one point, I do want to peek, but only if I like hear movement.
Absolutely. So you duck around the corner. You like kind of try and peek. You like do your stealth to try and see what's going on, and that doesn't really go super well. But you tuck around the corner, and you hear some slimy nonsense. You hear some ooze squelching, and then you peek around the corner, and the chest is now in the middle of the kitchen.
It works. Okay. Okay. Got it. Works.
You also notice the silver where you had placed it behind is now gone.
Worked it up.
Eat them? Oh, god damn it.
Hard to
Alright,
tell since the ooze is not currently translucent.
That's true.
Look,
alright.
it's occurred to me. I can possibly.
Shut up! Shut up! God damn it! Shut up! I don't know if we can talk on this thing at the same time. But shut up!
Very well. Do as you will. I'll just be here.
Damn it! I'm trying to be sneaky. Okay.
And then Loka's gonna drop more silver, and all the way from here to here, and all the way down to the room.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
starting to get the feeling that Loka doesn't like me. Have you noticed this?
Oh, I'm sure he likes you just fine.
Loka, you see Loka backing into the room, like dropping his silver every now and then, and he's just like,
Okay, we all gotta hide. We gotta hide somewhere it won't see us, cause we're gonna lead it into this thing, and it's working. So I needed you to stop talking because I was in the middle of it, and I was.
So there are people in the corridor currently. So it has stopped at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Pashmina is ducked behind a pillar. Here,
His
see
looks
my
like
torch.
looks at his obtrusive wings and is like, "Where can I hide?" Goes.
I don't know. Put yourself under a pile of books or something. Whatever works.
Is there a terrible pile of books?
There's not a terrible pile of books in this room, not nearly so much as the study, but there are like desks full of books.
But Son is just gonna like Dover boys, dive under a desk.
Absolutely.
um,
Zoran, are you likewise hiding with
Yeah.
the squad? Hell yeah.
Yeah, they'll hide in like the very back corner.
For sure. So,
So Loka puts his last silver pieces that need to go into this thing, and then he goes around and kind of hides with Hassan. Oops, that's on the pillar.
So, as soon as you are all kind of hiding in there, you see very slowly slorp, 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 slorp. You see a slime following the trail of silver with probably at this point like close to a dozen silver pieces just like kind of floating around, suspended inside of it.
It's like, ooh, a penny. Ooh, a penny.
Exactly. And just kind of like, can I get group stealth check?
Yeah.
Where's my
Oh,
stealth?
That's a 9.
Okay.
You got a 17?
18.
Oh, wait,
18?
no, right.
Uh.
Wait, no, that's not a 9. That is just a flat 10. Because I have
rolling
Jack of all
bad
trades.
today. I rolled a fucking 7.
7? Well, got a 10 minus 4.
Oh,
So
okay.
that is a 6.
Ugh.
Plus it's a group stealth check. You don't want to succeed. And it goes slurp. Slurp. And pops right into the gauge.
Close it! Close the gauge!
I'm running! Ah!
How do I just like...
Put it on top of it or something.
Fucking got out! Got out!
I don't know if you can... Yeah, I don't know if you can phase it through.
That's one way to do it.
Close enough.
Well done, Loka. What I was trying to say earlier is, if you would like, I could have used a little magic and created at least 100 gold pieces worth of fake bait for you.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
You seem to be very preoccupied and not want to talk to me, so I figured you were just fine or found something better. Thank you for investing, though, in being willing to invest your own coin in
Maybe
this endeavor.
Astior can help us get them back?
I'll just add
How much silver did I lose?
Like a dozen.
Just
have Astior give me 12 silver, we'll call you one.
As you all are chattering, you hear a great slurping and oozing coming from the opposite hallway.
The slurpening.
The slurpening. Just like this.
It's the wall, perhaps.
And as you kind of gaze across the hallway, you see that the ooze that was spread across this hallway is starting to collapse. And instead of forming... it's not really going away, it's just changing shape into... a large, very large ooze that sits in this entryway.
Well, that's fascinating. It seems the mimeoplasms have coagulated into a larger one. Perhaps it's part... Although perhaps that makes sense, given the fact that they are a hive mind, that perhaps it's just a sort of... like extension of the single will.
Ishmina looks horrified.
But now past the ooze that is now dominating the hallway, you can see a area with a couple of layers and lots of shelves of books and tomes and things.
Ooh.
The ooze kind of moves around a little bit, kind of explores the area it's able to move around in, and then just kind of settles. It's shifting and changing shape in a lot of ways. It doesn't seem to be maintaining this kind of static, oozy form in the same way that the other mimeoplasms have been.
And unstable.
It doesn't appear to be gunning for any of you at the moment.
Do you think we can tell it to do tasks? Oh, I got something! I know! I got it! Okay, I think
I was going to...
say what?
No, Sana's just mumbling like, "Oh, what are you doing, Loka?"
Oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Slime?
It seems to turn toward... It's like, it's hard to tell the focus of an amorphous shifting ooze, but you get the sense that you have its attention. It kind of like stops shifting and directs its greater mass toward you.
Hi!
And Loco is waving. Like, I'm waving like you can see it.
A shape emerges from the ooze. It looks like it's forming something. And a leg, like, forms from the portions of ooze. By the way, it is this, like, deep red-orange color, in contrast to these very bright green mimeoplasmic slimes that you've seen around so far. And this leg with some kind of claw at the end of it emerges from the greater mass of the slime, and then just kind of like rises up a little bit, shakes back and forth, and it kind of like waves back very slowly.
Oh my gosh, it's saying hello.
I believe it might just be mimicking our friend, mimicking Loka.
Maybe.
But it's so cute.
So, we may have splattered some of your friends trying to figure out what was going on. Do you think you would be able to, reabsorb them and revitalize them? They're kind of all over the place. Like, there's a couple down here, there's a couple upstairs,
I believe Heisan will just step forward a bit, take the vial of ooze he collected, and just like pour it down pour a little of it in front of the slime right about where he's standing, and then just back away.
The ooze kind of shifts and forms something of a tendril that kind of snakes forward and touches the like very limp green slime that you've taken from one of the disenchanted oozes, and you see as it kind of almost like sticking Play-Doh together to like pick up other Play-Doh, it like kind of covers the space where that ooze drips onto the ground and then pulls the tendril back, and it's gone. Like it has been reabsorbed into the greater mass, it looks like.
There you go.
I'm gonna make a check.
Please don't go crazy.
5. It doesn't understand something. It looks like it tries to form again, trying to make a different mass. It generates a few slimy, oozy legs. It looks like it's starting to make some kind of head. There's maybe a bit of a tail, some other shapes, and then it all kind of falls apart again.
Heisan is going to
It's kind of spooky.
try and...
There's another one over here.
We'll pull out a little sketch of a Kenku and just try and place it before and show it to the great ooze. Do you understand this? The anatomy? How the bits connect to this?
It seems to like form mass to lean forward and close in. It gets like inches away from this little drawing.
Can I give it bardic inspiration?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Help it learn. Teach the slime.
And it kind of leans forward, and then a gap forms in the middle of it, and in kind of garbled vocalization, it goes, Preichner. And does anyone speak Draconic?
No.
Heisan does.
Isan does?
Yeah.
It just says the word pray.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. That's unfortunate. Heisan slowly steps back. Takes a step back and says, "And you consume this prey? Do you hunt?"
It's going to make another check.
Uh,
It has Bardic
Yeah,
Inspiration
Are
now.
you
what
saying
is-
that in Draconic?
15. A D6
In
for
Draconic.
D6 for inspiration
D8.
D8.
And advantage.
and advantage. All right. There's
which
a
one
1.
hides behind the pillar? Peeking out from
There's a
behind the
6.
pillar.
So that is in total a 21 minus 4. So still a 17. It tries to form again. And this time you see much more clearly defined talons, a long tail, legs with claws, wings, and spines down its back.
Hey, Son, it's scaring me.
Heisan is far too enraptured by it. He does not. He is. He says, "Very good, you have done well. Now, do you desire anything?"
Can I ready an action to pull Heisan in case he starts getting dragged within this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he is very close to it, and this thing is getting very scary.
You asked if it wants anything?
Yes.
Again, in Draconic, protect.
Protect us or from us?
Protect mine.
What's it
Heisan
saying,
will-
Hey, Son?
It's attempting to. It wishes to protect something, protect its own, something it possesses or believes it is precious to it.
Can you
Go ahead
tell
and make
it
an
that I-
insight check with advantage, Heisan. Please continue, Loco.
Can you tell it that I paid it good money and that it shouldn't kill us?
12 whole silver.
Not very good. 13. And
It's not bad.
Heisan will.
Excuse me.
Heisan's not going to say that, by the way.
You notice that it has not moved from its spot on this stairwell. It seems interested in staying here.
Does anybody know the minor illusion cantrip?
I do.
Pashmina,
I also do.
I need you to focus. Could you create perhaps a small mouse, perhaps to try and pass our friend here?
That's a good question because I feel like Cole and I had a conversation.
You
and
can
I
make
don't
a
know.
static image. You cannot.
But
Yeah.
You cannot animate it.
That's something we've accidentally kind of broken just for flavor, in roleplay.
But okay. Okay.
So what
You
if
could make the sound of a mouse behind it.
that or an image of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It might.
It would not be
might
animated, but you could absolutely make a little illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll do that. I'll make maybe first a squeak and then have the image of the mouse appear after, so that it to kind of create the association.
Yeah.
Is this a danger? Friend?
The squeak first.
Yep.
So your... It has to roll against your save DC to see if it's real. Save DC is, I believe, Charisma?
I don't know where to find that.
It's weird when you're not a caster. Check real quick. If I can't find it, I'm just going to say 11. That is your 10 plus your... Let's see. Charisma is your spellcasting.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they're going to roll against that. They're very bad at intelligence. Oh, yeah.
Sick.
You make a little squeak behind it, and it whips around and forms another tail out of its mass and slams it down on the ground where it thought it heard the sound.
Okay, that's not good.
And then it literally looks like it might have broken the stonework a little bit with that slam.
Easy.
And then it, again, in Draconic just says, Page Eaters.
Oh.
Am I a page? What am I?
Kind of looks at you. Curious. It now has a more defined head, more features, eyes to look at. And it
Truly
begins refining a draconic visage. It peers down at you, just says, Scholar?
Yes. May I?
I might have a funny.
And these are my assistants. May we perhaps?
Students.
Correct. I've taught them many things. Though I don't know if they have absorbed it all.
Fishmina was a little...
Wish to study.
Yes.
Borrow. Look. Do not take.
We would never desecrate such a wonderful library or archive.
If anything, we're trying to keep the opposite from happening.
It steps aside.
Oh. The whole fucking map shakes when you...
Yeah, yeah. This was like a screen shake earlier. It was like, oh my god.
Son, do you think we should tell it that there are other people in there that are trying to desecrate it? And that we are also protectors?
I believe. Hey, son thinks for a moment.
I'm worried
hey,
that it would fucking kill them.
Yeah. Hey, son will say, I'm not quite sure I would appreciate their presence, and Heisan is going to send a message and say, I don't quite believe that Pashmina wishes anything to happen to the people down there, much like what happened to the mouse.
Am I allowed to respond?
Yes. Do you want to upset Pashmina?
You want to make Pashmina cry?
No, but I'm thinking about like backup plans, you know?
If it comes to that, you are free. We should. That makes perfect sense. If it comes to that. Heisan will look to the big ol' slime and say, "You have done very, very good work. Thank you very much for helping us."
Seems content, satisfied.
And Heisan's gonna say, "Come along, students."
Ah,
He seems happy. He seems very pleased with himself saying that.
I'm not a goddamn student. Especially not one of yours. Holy crap.
Pashmina will hesitate before, moving past. How to get in the middle? Yeah, there we go.
There's like a whole upper part to this too. What the fuck?
Yeah, you can see down into what appears to be another library. There are a lot of books still here, but there are a lot that appear to be missing from the shelves. It looks like this is probably where Astior has been getting most of his study material in this location. And there is a very large, heavy wooden door on the floor. Again, with an inscription in Draconic on it.
What does it say? What the code?
I'm going to send it to you, Isan, and you can read it to everyone else. There you are. Bonk.
Name the elders and enter below. I build my throne in cave and grotto. Fear my words, they melt and consume. My foes will never foresee their
A riddle.
name my elders, not the elders. Yes.
Oh, that wasn't like a spell?
Oh. Heisan just gives you a look.
Wow.
You've watched too many parlor magicians. No. No. But and says no. It's simply a riddle, and I assume for the doors to open, we must solve it.
Do we want to try and just pull the handles first, just in case it's already, unlocked?
Yeah, I'll let Hassan do that. I think it might explode because it's some sort of trap spell, but that's just me. I don't know.
Heisan will hesitantly pull on one of the ropes.
It is
Is now
closed.
actively worried.
It's super closed. Okay.
Not simply closed. It appears to be firmly shut, potentially locked. Although you do not see any physical lock.
Jet. Name my elder. My elders. The doors elders? What?
No,
can I
read
even...
the whole thing out loud again, please.
Oh, right,
I don't understand this.
I read it again, and it's suddenly transmitted into your memory section. You can revisit it over and over again.
Ah.
Forgot to do that. Hear my words, they melt and consume. My foes will never foresee their
This
doom.
is interesting.
Okay, so, a throne in a cave or a grotto, it could be like a crab, but the words melt and consume, so maybe it's, fire. And
That's
foes
right.
never see their doom. They don't foresee it. Is foreseeing different than just seeing?
1 second. What color was that dragon? That
What dragon?
About. The dragon that the black.
The weird
Abagar-
mimeoplasm dragon.
Agbar the Wise.
Agbar the Wise was a red dragon.
Yes.
Oh.
Fire. And the fool speaks Draconic.
Does any of this sound familiar? I want to say like no, but like, is there anything in just like stories Zoran might have read?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll probably history for me, but you are going to have advantage on this.
Okay.
For Zoran lore reasons.
For Zoran lore reasons. All right, history?
History.
All right. Oh, I'm so glad I have advantage because that was a 1. That's so much better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You know immediately that this is referring to dragons.
Yes.
And this is specifically, and Zoran, you know this because of, this is exactly the kind of stories that you're familiar with. Cave and Grotto and Melt and Consume are almost definitely references to black dragons. Because they very traditionally make their lairs in wet, damp caves and grottos. And the words melt and consume, you know that black dragons have acid breath.
Acid, yes.
Additionally, traditionally, black dragons are known in your stories for doing lots of plotting and scheming. So the last line may be some interpretation of traditional black dragon plotting.
Okay.
Name my elders. Hey,
Going off of the I'm so sorry to interrupt.
sorry, no, keep going. But you haven't told me this. Keep going.
It's going off of the information that I now know. Is there any way to recall like certain names?
Yeah, go for
that
it.
might have been in the region?
You got a dirty 20 on the history.
Yes.
Hard to remember specific names. There have been a large number of like particularly famous black dragons. The trouble here is that it's hard to determine how old this place is.
Mm-hmm.
So picking like what particular black dragon may have been a haunt of this spire would be a particular challenge for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
But like, let's say you remember 2 or 3.
All right. Can Zoran say them into the air?
Yes. You say 3 of them. The first 2, you just say them. It's like, Sharptooth the Terrible, and Crackmaw the Vile, and then you end up with, that you say out loud, probably the oldest one you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Pyra the Bright, which is a self-title.
Mm-hmm.
In Draconic. Relevantly, what language do you say them in? Like, what language would you know them in?
They probably know their Draconic versions.
For sure.
Of like just their names. They don't speak Draconic, but they probably, it makes sense that they would know like their Draconic pronunciations of their names.
So you, in Draconic, say Pyra the Bright, and one line of the poem lights up in embers on the door. One of the relevant differences in that name from the others is that that was a self-title, and the other 2 were what other people called the dragons.
Hassan says, "What did you do?"
I truly didn't do much. I just named a dragon.
Name, and you said Cole, you said one part of it glows, correct?
The first line glows in orange embers.
Name. I build my... So there are more parts to it.
The more dragon names?
Hmm.
What's
Kason is going to try and... How old is Terran?
Relative to other... Pretty old. Definitely an ancient dragon.
Can I perhaps try and remember their full name?
For sure.
Should I do history or...
You just can. It's a simple title. I don't think I've ever given Terran a title. Terran... The...
Terran of the Earth.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Terran of the
Terran, you say Terran of the Earth, and the second line lights up in embers.
my god?
And so,
That's it. That's it. And Zoran is going to just book it to like the sides of like the amount of books they have, and they are going to start scouring for every single book that is Draconic related.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage.
Perfect. With advantage?
Yeah, well, because you've got it. You've got it on the head.
15.
15. You find a lot of them are very technical. Like, this is a very arcane section. You find one particular bookshelf that has several very old texts on it that appear to be genealogies of dragons. One for black, white, blue, red, green, and one for gold, brass, silver. One for each metallic and one for each chromatic, and another set of 5 that you're not familiar with.
A set of 5?
Another set of 5. There are 15 in total. There's a set for the chromatic dragons, there's a set for the metallic dragons, and there's another set.
Am I allowed to... Can Zoran quickly read, like, the titles on those?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have them made.
Yes, so there are amethyst, crystal, emerald,
Sorry, I'm writing these down.
moonstone, and sapphire.
Amethyst, crystal,
sorry.
emerald, moonstone, and which one?
Sapphire. And topaz. One of those is incorrect. Which one is incorrect?
Crystal, maybe?
Probably crystal.
Because crystal's just kind of like base, bland.
That is the defining aspect of all of those 3, 4, 5 things. That would make sense.
6.
Makes sense, like, crystal is like their category?
Yeah. But
I'm looking at my book. Sorry, give me a moment.
No! Take your time!
No, there are 6. I lied. There's 6.
Oh.
There's
Oh, there are
7.
6.
There are 16 books total.
Gotcha. And topaz was the last one?
Correct.
Alright, so I just want to make sure I have
lore.
this. Amethyst, crystal, emerald, moonstone, sapphire, and topaz.
Correct.
Perfect. I'm just putting that in my my single chat, so I just have that. So I don't forget that.
what? First?
Zoran's gonna push those 6 to the side for later, but is going to grab the book for specifically black dragons.
Absolutely.
Is going to kind of like bring it over, kind of slap it onto the ground next to like the door in the ground, and is just going to start flipping through it rapidly.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me So
firstly, is the book in common?
no, it is in Draconic.
All
All
right,
of these are
then
in the
Zeron
They're also
is going
very
to,
old.
Zeron is going to go ahead and spend their last spell slot then.
Oh, Hassan knows how to.
I'm 100% know that Hassan does. Zeron is in their element right now.
Okay, sorry.
So
I'm
they're
sorry.
going to spend their last spell slot and cast Comprehend Languages.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you absolutely. So it is like I said, relevant that this isn't just like a list, but rather a genealogy. These are like family trees of dragons. In fact, like reading more into the book after like skimming through it, you note that the entire book is actually one big family tree of dragons. Each of these books appears to be a single genealogy of each of these types of dragons. Although, like, relevant to what you, like, are reading here, they refer to things differently. Like you are used to the black dragons. Like, they're like a species, right? Like, they are a, like a brown squirrel, right? Like, it is a type of creature. But reading through this book seems to imply that this is not, like, a biological identification, but a familial identification. Like, the black dragons are not a species, they're a house.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I love that.
Huh. And I guess kind of going through then, Zeron is just gonna start from like the top of the family tree and just start saying names out loud.
Yeah. You read off Ushio, the Nocturnal, and Rutarl, the Eternal, and the next two lines of the poem light up, and you hear a heavy click in the door.
Just want to say very quickly,
Gone.
Loka was standing over your shoulder, just looking at what you were doing, not understanding a goddamn thing.
Just watching blankly.
Hassan is in his own head.
Yeah. It's
So what?
real quick. I promise I will let you speak. I'm so sorry. It's just like more of like a Zeron thing and also a me thing. For the 4 names that were said, are they anywhere close together on the family tree?
The 2 that I mentioned are just the highest. Like, those are like, those would be like a couple of the first names you see.
Gotcha.
Also, glad that you you'll get this knowledge from, I feel like, just the part of, I feel like casting Comprehend Languages gives you a little bit more, like, linguistic insight into what's going on, but, like, much like some of the other texts you've encountered already, the Draconic involved in these books are archaic as hell.
Yes.
Like, this is nowhere near modern Draconic.
It is
To the extent
basically
that, like,
just reading Shakespeare for the first time.
Very much so. Like, even with the fucky S's and F's and stuff like that, right? Like, the characters themselves are different to the extent that it would have been harder for you to read if you had not used arcane means to understand it. You probably would have gotten there eventually, but it would have been a little bit harder.
But please, hey son, you may speak. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask, what were the names? It was Pirate. What the Bright?
We named Pyra the Bright, Terran of the Earth, Ushio the Nocturnal, and Rutarl the Eternal. I can write them in text for voice if you would like.
That would be great.
So,
Yes.
Terran of the Earth, Pyra Bright, Ushio the Nocturnal, and Rutarl the Eternal.
Hassan will think for a moment and go over to the book and go over to Zeron, who is holding the book. Can studying it, he perhaps edge out who who it is possible to be, who on this list could possibly be the person in question, or is there too many variables? Like, who is the person who made this
Who
inscription?
wrote this?
Yes. Just
Gonna be
based on
tough.
age.
Go ahead and roll investigation with disadvantage. I'm looking for a 20. Like, this is that, like, would be very
That's
hard, very hard to determine.
Nah, doesn't work
Because
out.
there are thousands of names in this book.
Yeah. Yeah, so only, yeah.
What'd you end up
don't
with?
work out.
11? Like, you can probably pin it down to an era. And also, like, additional information that you didn't ask for, but I will give you in the search of this. As you're reading through it, it seems like some of these names may be suspect. Like, you're not fully sure how reliable these are as, like, a rigid history. Because you note several figures, like, coming into the family tree externally, like, not having been part of the tree itself. And, like, sometimes it kind of skips times and includes some people but not others, and other people just kind of disappear and sometimes come back. Like,
It's like
it's weird and complicated.
It's like old Herodotus, very unreliable.
Absolutely.
Very unreliable.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it? So you said I could nail it down to maybe an era or two.
Yeah,
How
probably
long
down
ago?
to like one of 300 names.
Yeah, but if it's an era, when was this era?
During the Age of Wizardry.
Of wizardry. Okay.
Which is probably not a huge surprise, given that clearly they were the patron of, or constructed, or were otherwise involved in this place of arcane study. That you already know has a number of artifacts from the era of wizardry.
Hey, Son says, would you mind giving me a moment and don't open the door?
Loka takes his hand off the rope.
Thank you. Hey, Son's gonna go walk back up to the slime.
Absolutely.
What can you describe to me a bit of the draconic face they had briefly formed?
It keeps changing a little bit, but it it's the features are vague. Like, you can tell, especially now that you have an inkling of what it might be or might be trying to imitate. You can tell that it's a dragon, but it's almost a facsimile of a dragon. Like, it's got a snout, it's got a long jaw, it's got some teethies, it's got a couple of horns, kind of deep sunken eye sockets.
Hey, Son will say, do you have a name?
It, like, is quiet for a hot minute and just looks confused.
Who? And so you do not know who the dragon is that you form?
Myself.
I am me.
I am me, I like me. Hey, Sam will simply say, my apologies. Perhaps I've gone ahead of myself.
Scholar.
Yes. You haven't read these any of these books, have you? Have you?
Read.
Curious that you know what a dragon looks like.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Am I being a bit?
No.
Hey,
You're
Sam
doing
said.
what you do. You're being inquisitive.
Hey, Sam said. Never mind, a bit of a dead end. Wonder where he learned to imitate a dragon, though. Or they. Blah.
Blob.
Isan is quickly going to scribble in his Toshi notebook. Y'all can do what you're gonna do. This is me.
Are you now that the you've kind of like unlocked the puzzle? What's Zoran up to? Are you still paging through the books?
They are excitedly paging through them.
Yeah, this
is also very new because this is just like a very big, like, comprehensive thing, and they're used to just actual stories.
Mm-hmm. And this is very much the opposite. Like, there's no narrative here other than what is being kind of implied by these family trees. Like, some of the most exciting parts of the genealogy is when you see, like, one of the dragons has like a mate, and then one of the dragons gets removed from the family tree, and one of the other dragons in the same like kind of lineage on like the next section is now also their mate. There's like some infighting going on.
Oh, it's fascinating. I think they also another thing they really want to look at is the 6 other books, because this is brand new information.
Yeah. In much like they are identical in structure to the other books. Although all 6 of those books are much smaller than the chromatic and metallic books. They appear to have significantly shorter genealogies in them. And like by the time the genealogies in the chromatic books has expanded to thousands of individuals, the other lineages have truncated and are just gone.
Mm-hmm. Zoran's fascinated by these. I think they're literally just like holed up, like sitting against the wall over here, just like with just like the books surrounding them and just reading them in his lap.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're excited that like it worked and like the door can now open, but they're just fascinated by this new information as well.
Absolutely. Pashy and Loco, what are you up to?
I think at the very least Loco is going to open the door.
Absolutely.
Just so that it doesn't lock on us.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna go, since we're waiting. Ooh, that was fancy.
It go down.
Oh boy.
Yeah, as soon as Loka opens the door, Peshmina flinches and is hiding behind the pillar.
And then he's gonna walk over to Zoran and just be like,
I thought you didn't like dragons.
Oh, I despise them.
Then why are you reading dragon books?
Hate reading. Hate reading.
Zoran will look up and just like, I think this is probably the first time that Zoran's eyes have like just lit up.
That is possessed.
I despise them because they're fascinating, but they're terrible, dangerous. They will laugh. Do you know what I wanted to be when I grew up?
Dragon?
No, not necessarily. I wished to be a dragon slayer.
Oh.
So I became obsessed over learning about them, what they were like. Because I wanted to be the next big dragon slayer. I grew up reading stories of dragons and their terrible deeds and the people that went out and slayed them. And I wanted to be that. And, well, now that I'm seeing all this, it's fascinating in a very interesting way. I'm not used to seeing just something so literal be just put in front of me like this. And the fact, and like, Zoran is gonna hold up the book, like the Topaz book. This exists. This has never before been seen or talked about. And I've read almost every story of dragons there was out there.
Cole, can Hassan unattune to the amulet?
Oh god.
The amulet of protection against magical
Detection.
Sight. You absolutely
Yes.
may.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Why?
Fear?
Anyways, well, Hassan is doing something terrible.
Spooky.
So, you're not gonna like your face here, are you?
No. No, I have no intention of harming her or her sister. It's... Although I dislike dragons, Feihu has been a good friend to me while I was in... Oh, what's the town? Oh my god.
Mirage.
The Mirage. I just blanked on the name there for a second.
It happens.
Feihu was a very good friend to me when I had no one else while I was in Mirage before I met the lot of you. If I ever was to be a dragon slayer, it would be only those that would deserve such a fate. Seeing Feihu and Zerga has altered my perceptions slightly.
So you don't want to be a dragon slayer anymore? Because that would put you and me at odds, since I'm a dragon now. Or will be soon at least.
I'm sorry, what? Is there something that I've missed?
I got those. I don't have them. But I will be getting those potions that'll make me into a dragon. So, I'm pretty sure that's not a temporary thing. I think you drink 3 of them, and then you get wings and claws and stuff. At least that's the hope. I don't know.
Do I want to break Loka's heart?
You should.
Loka, I don't know how to tell you this. There is no such thing as a potion that can permanently alter your being like that. There is no permanent polymorph potion.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, we'll see.
If you paid someone money to do that, I would absolutely try and get your money back.
I gotta go talk to the shopkeeper and ask for a refund. I'm sure that'll go great the first time. Oh, God.
Zoran just looks disappointed. How much did you pay him?
I think it was like 50 gold.
50!
They said it was going to be more on our throne, but they wouldn't do as good of a job, so they drove a really hard bargain, okay?
I'm not having this conversation anymore. I'm just clocking out here and just goes back into their book. And you just hear Zoran mutter, just 50 gold.
Loka just like meanders over towards Pashmina, passes Pashmina, just depressed.
Hey, son, are we jumping in the hole now?
His son says, his son is completely distracted and just says, what? Yes? Huh?
Does nobody want to go in the hole? The creepy hole that'll probably kill us? Nobody?
Oh, I desperately want to go in the hole. Can we go in the hole now?
Are we going down?
Are we just gonna wait for them to come and find us? I mean, we can.
Think of what's down there. Think of how long this place has been untouched.
Pashmina has never looked more afraid than she does right now.
How far down does it go?
Pretty far. There are clear handholds made to be able to climb down the shaft presented here. But like, it looks deep. It looks very deep.
Can we see the bottom?
You can. It is very dimly lit far below you. I'm ballpark 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, probably closer to 50.
Zoran will offer to go down first then.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That way, if we fall, you can catch us.
Absolutely, I will. Lying out their teeth.
All right. I would like you all to make perception checks, additionally, as you are standing around the open door.
Perception?
Perception.
Perception!
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god, I'm rolling like dog shit today.
18.
19.
16.
Sorry, 18.
4. Everyone but Pashmina, you can hear voices and what sounds like tools knocking against stone coming from the cavern below.
Ooh.
They appear distant, though. Not like at the bottom of the... You're hearing the echoes of it coming from deeper into the deep archive, as it has been referred to.
So we can't understand it at all?
You can tell that it's speech in common, but no definitive words. You can just make out that there is speaking.
All right.
And I really... such a bad idea. But it is a very funny idea.
Cannonball?
Not cannonball. Actually, kind of close to it. My thought was to spook the people down there to say something in Aquan and just scream it down the shaft. It's a terrible idea.
You are certainly allowed to do that if you would like to.
I mean, that's up to you. It's a terrible idea, but I'm interested to...
The temptation is there. I will not.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
I also have something I kind of want to do. It'll just take a little bit of time, though. Time being 10 minutes. For when we go down there. I was wondering if I could cast alarm, like, right over the door area.
Very smart.
Just in case it closes,
If
or
you'd
if
like to
someone
take the
enters
time, you
in.
definitely could.
I'm gonna communicate this to the others and be like, hey, if you give me just a little bit of time, I can do this.
That seems perfectly fine.
And they will begin ritual casting alarm over the doorway entrance
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah, you take the time. The voices fade, but the sounds of tools continue. And unless anyone else would like to do something in the interim, 10 minutes later, you have cast alarm around the door space.
Perfect.
Can I actually do one thing?
Sure.
Ritual casting is essentially a free spell, correct? If you
Yep.
do a ritual,
It does
Yes.
not cost a spell slot.
detect magic. What's around us at
Just
a
in this
30-foot radius? Yeah.
All of the lights. Most of the door obviously has a very large enchantment on it. The greater mimeoplasm behind you. There are a couple of books that appear to be magical. Not like enchanted. They don't appear to be spell books. It's probably something about how they were written. They're written in some kind of enchanted ink. Other than that, only the stuff that the four of you have on you. Relevant. Well, no, you already knew that it was magic because it's a magic weapon. Pejmin's meteor hammer glows. Loka's trident glows.
Everything that I
Zoran's
know
lantern glows. Yeah.
Everything on Zoran glows.
Zoran glows.
Zoran
kind of glows.
Sorry. Alright. It's on. Go on.
I was just gonna say Loka, I think during the 10 minutes would talk to Pashmina.
Please.
She is. Yeah, she's there. She is just staring down at the doors that have just been opened.
Pashmina,
Yeah?
Zoran told me that I couldn't become a dragon. And that's personally very destroying for me, but you look like a stiff breeze could knock you over, or a strong current could knock you over. You know, like, you just, what's going on?
Well, if Zeal is down there, this will be the first time I've seen him in over 2 years. And if he's not down there, then I still don't really know where he is or what's happening to him.
Do you think he's also wearing a mask?
I know he is.
So we just knocked the mask off his face, and that should be good, right?
I wish it were that simple. I think it's a lot more complicated than that.
How so?
Well, hold on, I need to plug in my headphones. They did a little beep-doop at me.
Oh god, Pashmina's losing power!
I need to recharge.
Drag her back to the electric room!
Okay. Well, like, with the other member that we dealt with earlier, I mean, just removing the mask doesn't change the fact that, I mean, we undergo training for almost our entire childhoods. And then they put the mask on you and it, changes you. Makes you compliant. Taking it off doesn't undo the tens of years of conditioning.
I guess not, but it does, it stops whatever big shadow villain person is controlling them from puppeteering, right?
It probably helps, maybe long term, but I don't know. If he is down there, he's not alone. And if it comes to it, I can't fight him.
I can.
Pashmina looks like she's about to fucking cry.
I'm not gonna kill him or anything, but
Please don't. I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
so, I mean, big likelihood it's gonna be a big scuffle down there. So probably we're all gonna get a bit hurt, but I will promise one thing. If you point your brother out to me, I will not pierce him too badly. I won't kill him, I promise you that. I won't. The other ones, we'll see.
I guess that's the best I can ask for.
Well, sometimes you just go into a little bit of a... You just kind of see red a little bit, and you kind of lose yourself a little bit to frenzy of battle, you know? So,
He's like punching as he makes that noise.
We'll be fine.
If you say so. She looks maybe mildly reassured, but...
I mean, when have I ever said anything wrong, you know?
Okay, that gets you a look.
Don't look at me like it's all the time. It's not all the time. It's just most of the time, okay? This isn't one of the most of the times. Probably.
Yeah, you've had your moments. At any rate, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Is Zoran done? Are you done, Zoran? Are you... What's going on?
I think that's a perfect time to say that's exactly when Zoran's finishes the spell. Perfect. And they're going to test it by, like, kind of sinking their hand down past it to see if they get the mental alarm.
Cole, we can't hear you.
If you choose not to designate yourself as you get to pick who does and doesn't trip the alarm. So I guess you can choose to not pick yourself so that to test it. Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah.
The spell functions.
It makes sense then. That's fine. Everyone else gets designated. Zoran will not designate themselves just so they can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Do they hear anything once they dip their hand past the line?
After designating yourself, no.
No, they do not
Oh,
designate
then yes.
themselves.
The spell works as intended.
Perfect. All right. Fabulous. All right. 'Tis all good to go. Are we ready?
So is it just like a perfectly like a shaft downwards?
There are handholds to climb down. It is designed to be traversed.
Hey, Santan says,
Little metal.
"May I
rings.
go first?"
in, so you might as well, so you can catch yourself in case you fall.
Yeah.
Please, by all means.
Heisan will slowly, and almost a little bit giddily, start going down the ladder. Ah!
Zeron follows closely behind.
Put yourself in the pit.
Hit time.
All right, hold on. Let me grab my character, and I drop.
Pit.
Pit.
You wanna go first to me?
You first.
Ah, fuck. Alright, here we go. Oh, shit! Ah!
I'm so glad.
Oh no, the door is closed. I just turns around. Alright.
Alright. New board.
New board.
Words cannot explain how satisfying it was to just throw my mini down a hole.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
feels good.
Absolutely.
Like you know that the final hole in mini golf.
Yep.
Yeah.
The satisfying one. Yep.
It would be so cool if you could have like functional teleporters in this. Like,
Yeah.
you could go in one place and end up in a different place. Oh fuck. Oh man.
Oh, this is a pit.
Oh,
this is a
no.
Massive pit.
This is a room for combat.
It's like in a video game when you start seeing like knee-high walls everywhere. It's just like,
Like
oh no!
Here's some cover.
Why did you
This is
give
a-
me so many healing items? No!
Yeah, really.
Boss room, like.
Is there a chest in here just full of potions, or what's going on?
Oh
I
no.
do see a
Save point.
giant fucking pile of treasure over on the other side of the room.
Oh, shit, you're right.
So,
I'm afraid.
you arrive in the Deep Archive. You still hear the picking of tools faintly in the distance, although they seem to have faded more or less. As you can see into this large room, there are several great carvings. It looks like this is a fairly ornate room, but large portions of the ground are crumbling and giving way to fiery igneous rock here deep in the mountain. There are portions of it that would look like to be giving off an amount of heat, and the rest of the room is lit with these little magical tufts of blue flame you've seen before, although some are suspended in midair, not staying in any coffers and kind of floating around the room to light this entirety. Can I have some perception checks?
Yes. A natural 20.
Very good.
Shit.
11.
Stop! Why am I rolling so bad? I rolled a 5.
It's because Pejmina feels bad.
Yeah.
Fuck.
18.
Yeah, Pejmina's out of it.
Excellent. Sorry, could I get those values again, real quick? Could I get what everyone rolled again?
Text.
11. Puppy. It's fine.
Pejmina rolled a 5.
Nice. So, Loka and Zeron, you immediately see the movement of figures in this room. There are several. It looks to be kind of around the room as a whole, and a small cluster in the back, toward, on top of a platform that appears to be next to some kind of hole in the wall. Zeron, with a nat 20, you recognize a core similarity in this room to a room you have been in very recently, which is that you don't see bookshelves, you don't see books, you do see a lot of pedestals. This isn't an archive. This is somewhere someone used to keep a hoard.
Oh, shit.
Relevantly, additionally with a nat 20, you don't see any treasure.
Yeah.
And it's not like someone has been picking away at it. You've seen the amount of wealth that even what a relatively non-wealthy dragon like Feihu has kept. A room this size, this ornate, must have previously housed an unimaginable amount of wealth and gemstones, and it's barren, this room.
Interesting.
Additionally notable are lots of statues of Dragonborn, or half-dragons, draconic humanoid figures, that each seem to have a pedestal and a little title and label.
So,
but you also note the other individuals.
I do see them?
Yes.
Am I allowed to move my character up so I can see them?
Please do.
I do not have my character on board.
If you venture particularly deeply into the room, I'm going to start asking whether folks want to make stealth checks or not.
Great. I'm going to get here.
Excellent.
And with that, do I see people once I get here, correct?
Yes.
They're immediately going to duck behind here and try to stealth around.
All right.
And via sending stones, say, people up ahead. I can't make out features, correct?
You can make out silhouettes. You can tell that they're wearing the same uniforms as the minion you've already captured upstairs. You can tell that some of them are armed with those same chains as before. You can see a couple of them appear to be holding crossbows or some kind of like bow-like weapon in their hands. And you can see the cluster at the back of the room surrounding what now looks like a broken hole. It looks like they've uncovered something, and you can see some glittering treasure behind it.
And via sending stone, we'll recount everything that Zoran has seen. And would you like a stealth check?
If you would like to move, yes.
I'm gonna stay here for now. Zoran's gonna wait to see what the rest want.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah, who boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
From your position, Zoran, you can clearly make out the minion here and the minion here.
Yeah, I can see them too.
Gotcha.
Can't see anybody else.
Oh, actually, hold on. I need that roll.
For general, you can tell that there are figures. There are several figures near this central platform.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone on this back platform and another someone on this back.
So I just see one here.
Yep.
And then one over in that back left one
Opposite
too.
corner, yes. And then there's 3 in the center at the back.
All right. We'll also relay that information via. I was gonna say link shell via sending stone.
So,
You're right, but you have to say it.
Cole, if I move behind this pillar, will I have to make a stealth check?
Which pillar?
This one right here.
Sorry, Bubby's trying to climb into the cubes.
This one here.
No.
Okay. If they can communicate via masks, then they have to already know that we are here.
We don't really know that. We only somewhat understand how the masks work. We don't know if it communicates one way or if it's both ways. Multiple ways.
Are the minions at attention, like standing guard per se?
The 2 you can see appear to be kind of surveying the whole of the room. They look like they are on alert.
I really want. I don't know if this is going to work, and in fact, it could get me killed. But I'm actually.
Those are my favorite ideas.
I'm kind of curious about what like creating a diversion could do. You know what I mean? Like allow y'all to set up and just have me chatting these folks up if they'll let me chat.
That's the real question.
Yeah, it's a big if, isn't it?
Would be a big if.
Because that shit might be on site.
That's one possibility. It all could possibly give us. Well, what benefits do we have from advantageous positioning here? Because it's not exactly like we get bonuses to. We would get maybe a surprise round.
I have.
It is also possible to incapacitate people without like needing to
also
drop them to 0.
Yeah.
Might want to say, I have no spell slots left.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I can only do cantrips.
So I sure have disguise self.
Ooh.
Oh God, you do. And the
I
mask.
thought about this.
We
I
have
thought
the
about this
mask.
all between. I'm not gonna put the mask on. Last session and now, I sure do have disguise self, and we do have that other person. At least somewhat out of the picture for now.
Theoretically, I could try doing minor illusion on myself to make it look like I'm wearing different clothes.
But you wouldn't be able to like move around with it.
No, I would be just
Standing still.
T-posing.
basically.
Also relevant, so tactically, the ground, all of the ground that is magma is difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Except for the lava pit, which is a lava pit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use disguise self to make me look like the that one girl that we.
The minion you already encountered?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Heisan will message to you. Remember, the mask communicates. They may be able to tell unless you can convince them otherwise. Be careful.
I mean, it just nods. Face masked, like it has made herself look like this person masked.
Actually, just a sec. I'm gonna give you a mini.
Let's go.
Or just give it the teal base. Teal.
Oh,
Fair permission.
polymorphing should be a thing now in Tailspire.
Oh.
That
Morphs.
that just
How
yeah.
do you add a morph?
Morphs. There's a morphs menu, but I don't know how to do it. No.
Likewise.
Ow. I just know that it exists. That's cool. That would be cool as fuck, though.
I'm just gonna give you this minute for right now. We'll figure out how to do morphs later.
Oh, there's
Okay.
so many different kinds of projectiles now.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
of the sci-fi update.
Awesome.
Bubby. Here. You should have permission of that chain minion now.
Yep, I sure do. Here, I'll hide, just pretend that she's not on the board right now. Oh, I even have her, or wait, do I have her, like, chain weapons? I know we disarmed her, but I don't know who got her.
I'm
Heisan
gonna say
has-
yes if you would like to.
I know Heisan did pick one up, at least.
Heshmina will, like, silently gesture, like,
I'm gonna
hands out.
give you the option of whether or not you would be proficient with them.
I mean, they're probably similar enough to the meteor hammer, and she
The
would've...
technique is very similar.
Okay.
The biggest difference is mechanically, they have a range of 10. And they're a melee weapon with reach, basically.
Gotcha.
So they don't have the short range disadvantage, but they also don't reach as far.
Gotcha. And, yeah, they're similar enough that the skills would translate, I would say.
Yeah, then you can.
Hassan will give you the weapon.
Alright.
Quick question. Can Loka move to here without having to roll a stealth check?
There, I would like you to roll stealth. Relatively low DC for right now. You all are in very low alert right now, but still alert.
Oh, thank fucking God. That's a nat 20.
That's a. You can move anywhere you want up to like halfway up the board.
Oh. So. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If you would like to, you're gonna hop across the pillars.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The wetness of this environment, like the age of it, actually is to your advantage. Insofar as like you can actually manage to get places. Like it's a texture that your little toes are used to.
I gotcha. Okay.
From here, you have a much better look at what is on the back half of the room.
Okay.
So you can see 3 individuals on this side platform. It looks like they've got some digging tools, and they have basically broken a hole into the wall to reveal this like secondary little enclosure that seems to be full of treasure. And you see an individual, a tiefling, a crimson tiefling with 1 broken horn. And what appear to be a slightly different outfit than the other order members. They're wearing this kind of waist-down cloak, and their back and arms are covered in tattoos.
Okay. Scary, but I like it.
And you can see there's also a chain minion next to them on a pillar, and you can see that the minion that was digging through the treasure pile has grabbed and retrieved what looks like a large black egg.
Oh. Okay.
You may communicate this via link shell.
Oh, yeah. Local will do that.
So you mentioned the red tiefling with the 1 horn.
Yeah.
Peshmina replies back through the sending stones. The red one is Zeal.
And because I'm gonna use Loka's voice, but pretend he's whispering, because he's very close to these people, and just be like,
Okay, I'll make sure not to hurt him. If it comes to it.
I was about to say, make sure you also don't get hurt.
I mean, high probability we're just gonna die in here, but that's fine. I always wanted to play Zagori anyways. What better time than now, huh? Oh, God.
I don't know what I want to do. What do I want? Did you mention his position?
yeah, I basically would have just said everything that was described to me.
Okay. Where is he?
back
On
center
the-
platform.
Can you
Center platform?
Now that I've moved my mini, can you see or no?
I can't see. I don't think we
No.
can see
I think
until
Fogivore is
you,
mini specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also not something I can disable, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's just a part of how Tailspire functions. I have to cough. Okay.
Well, whatever you guys decide to do, I got your back up here, so.
I think Peshmina is gonna start moving forward.
Absolutely. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not particularly.
Okay. So
She's not coming in loud. She's just approaching. Whoa!
Keep moving.
One more thing, Cole.
Just turn them around so that they're looking the opposite.
Could I be up here without a stealth check?
Up where?
Up here.
Yeah,
Wing. Burp.
for sure.
Yes. Thank you.
You can get about
Oh.
here before I make another perception check. Eat.
Fuck.
Thought that was an advice.
He is scary. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. The minion on this platform peeks over and looks down and gestures at you.
I will nod and go up to them.
They
Or-
look apprehensive. Make a deception check for me with disadvantage. They put an
Okay.
a hand up to their ear. Like, can you not hear?
Oh, I didn't realize that was the
warned you.
gesture. Oh, well, it can't get any worse than that.
Unless you roll a nat 1, you know.
That's
It-
what
it
I did.
was.
Oh,
That's
It was.
exactly. That's
use
what
it.
I did.
That's great.
Love that.
I'm
They
help.
brandish their chains, and you see the other members turn to face you.
She just kind of holds her hands up in a gesture of, I'm not here to fight. But still, she keeps the disguise up. She's still being this person.
You see the tiefling walk over to the corner and look down at you. And there is a order minion carrying an egg right behind them. Is also going to be looking this way. Already got it. All right. And the tiefling kind of stands at the edge and goes, like, just you know, it's old standards. Who goes there?
You know what is
Pesh-
happening.
Peshmina's gonna try and put on, like, a raspy voice that she wants to try and sound a little bit like this person,
Mhm.
but raspier, like hoarse. And says, just me.
Can't you hear us? What happened?
She shakes her head and says, it was damaged in an exchange with, an unexpected party.
Yeah, the adventurers. What? You did roll a nat 1 on deception.
I really did. I really did.
I think they see through the ruse, unfortunately. Well, they know you're not who you say you are.
Oh, they're just also playing along.
At the moment, I think.
Does
Honestly,
Pashmina know that?
the way, so I think how I want to play this at this moment, the tiefling talking to you, it sounds like Zeal.
Yep.
Sounds amused more than anything else. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is bullshit. Let's see how far this goes. While that is happening, what are the rest of you doing? And if you would like to sneak forward, I will give you advantage.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, I absolutely fucking am. Zeron's gonna try and make it halfway, like
Like there?
kind of here.
For sure. Go ahead and make me a stealth roll with advantage.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
It's good, because that was a 1. Okay, that's better. 17.
17 is good. You go unnoticed.
Seeing you come up close, Loka's gonna ping you on the sending stone and say,
Zeron, the one up on the pillar, if things start to go south, my plan is to just bull rush and knock them right off, so you can leave that to me.
Then leave the others to me.
You got it.
Okay.
Relevant for you, Hassan, the 4 particularly tall pillars go up to the ceiling.
Okay. So that's... And what's the distance on...
I'm not gonna really take, like, movement speed.
I know, I'm just trying to get spell range.
Ah. Pre-measuring.
Important
Smart.
stuff.
Ugh, God, Hassan does have, like, just flat stealth, though. Do you think it's worth risk trying to get within spell distance of this person? Of this minion?
you need to be within 30 feet.
60 feet. I don't have to be that far. I guess. I can actually just probably walk right here and be in spell range of them.
The DC for getting just up to that big pillar will be very, very low.
Okay.
Because their focus is elsewhere, that's in cover, like, you've got some big bonuses to sneaking up there.
Okay. So can I, like, just sort of be, sort of like on the, you see how there's little
You want to be, like,
little,
clinging to the
legend?
ledge?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here, I'll enable fly mode for you. Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
Poiched.
So let me give you that
stealth roll with advantage.
Just creeping forward.
19. Okay, good.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Alright.
And I'm just going to just keep vicious mockery on the ready.
Gotcha.
And we said that could be non-lethal, correct? Did we?
Yes, we have decided that psychic damage can be non-lethal.
Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure that intent is there.
Pejmina, Zeal looks down at you, and from his voice, you can just tell there's a smirk behind the mask.
Yeah.
And is just like, what's your game here?
Game?
Yeah, what's this? What's the whole thing you're playing at here? Heroes, bandits, treasure hunters, you know.
No.
Hey,
None of that. Hey, someone wants to do something?
Yeah, we'll message Pashmina. You have their attention, and they are chatting. See why they are here.
No, it's not about the treasure or heroism or whatever. We're just here to make sure nobody gets hurt.
Funny, given you're wearing one of my compatriots' skin.
I mean, us included. I only wore this, and as she says that, she's actually going to drop the disguise to make sure that you wouldn't attack immediately.
You drop your disguise, and there is a definite pause. You've been gone a long time.
I wonder if it's been too long. It's just looking very pointedly at Zeal.
Excellent. I'm gonna give everyone another opportunity to move if they would like.
Oh, I should hold on. Let me switch out
yeah.
my yeah. Yeah. Okay. Get out of here. All right.
Would anyone like to reposition or take actions or ready actions?
I'll ready an action.
For sure.
I will also ready an action.
For sure. What actions would you like to ready?
A move action.
Interesting. Okay. Into it.
Mine's going to be an attack action, actually, to give
Excellent.
Loke an opening.
What are your triggers?
If combat starts.
Yeah, that's
Funny
fair.
enough, the exact same thing for me.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty
If there is
reasonable.
any, like, if I can sense that, like, combat is going to start, Zoran wants to Eldritch Blast this one on the pillar here
Excellent.
to knock them off the pillar so Loka can get past.
For sure.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do, but I mean that works too.
It literally would just give you an opening so you didn't have to waste time.
Oh, see, okay. No, that's, I'll accept that. I really wanted Loka to push him off, but
That is fine. If you want to do that, then I can. Guess what? I have so much distance. I can get that one too, or that one, or that one, even that one.
As long as you've got line of sight.
Well, line of
You
sight.
cannot land Eldritch Blast through solid rock.
Well, I know it's at this the sign of combat. I'm just gonna
But-
scoot there.
Yeah. Hey, Son, would you like to reposition and or hold action?
I actually want to quickly ask you a question
I have an answer.
About the nature of the message cantrip.
Okay.
If used, do you think the target knows the source, or how could they like recognize the source of
See
it?
how message is worded. I don't think so. if they're familiar with Arcana, they might be given the information that you're within 120 feet. But other than that...
But they would definitely know that someone is speaking with them telepathically within...
Within?
Within, not necessarily within the possibly within the distance, depending on their knowledge of the magic.
Right. The things they know for sure is that someone is speaking to them telepathically. If they are well versed in the arcane, they might be able to pinpoint the magical techniques you are using and gain additional information from that. But that's conditional on their arcane knowledge.
Okay.
Which, dubious.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna also prepare something the same as everybody else, and have, in case of combat, dissonant, same thing I was doing before on the crossbow person right above.
Gotcha.
Actually, quick question.
Yeah.
When you take a reaction, it is only one action.
Correct. So a reaction and holding your action are distinct things. If you have if you hold your action, it means that outside of your normal turn order, you will then outside of your normal turn order, you will accomplish the action you have chosen when a certain stimulus is triggered. If you have something that says you can do it as a reaction, then it usually has an associated trigger and lets you also do it outside of your turn according to the certain trigger. You could technically do an action and a reaction if it's available, a held action and a reaction when it's available, both out of turn order, but they are distinct.
Okay.
There's also a decent chance that, like, if you all maintain your secrecy, that a number of these minions may be surprised, despite the fact that Pejmina they are aware of Pejmina.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about the mechanical logistics of. So here's what I want to accomplish, and this is why I was talking to Zoran about it.
Yeah.
Was during my action, or sorry, my held action.
Yeah.
My intent was, because I believe from here to the person in front of me, I believe that's exactly 30 feet. So my intention was to move onto their space and shove them off. But a shove is an action.
That is its own, it's an attack,
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming I cannot do that then.
I'm gonna say yes, because this isn't combat. Like, I think it makes more sense in the context of what we are trying to do here, that you should... That's a it's kind of two actions, but it's really one thing. So...
Right, yeah.
You can absolutely move there and try and knock them off as your held action.
Okay, alright. Cool, thank you.
Alright. Yeah. Zeal looks down at you, Pejmina. You could always come back. Past transgressions can be forgiven.
Would they even want me?
Oh, the Order wants everyone. All walks of life, all pasts. Everyone can be useful.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk it over for a while?
You know, I'd love to. That said, we have some items to deliver. Well, really just the one. But on a bit of a timeline. Love to chat if you'd like to meet up. Ever want to talk? Why don't you come down to the monastery again?
Pashmina just looks just stricken.
I mean,
Where?
you could always rejoin us now. Why else would you be here?
Can Zoran ask Pashmina a question over Sending Stone?
Yeah, of course you can.
Assumedly, we all hear this because it's just a room.
Oh yeah, voices echoing through the room for sure.
Yeah. I know this is difficult, but could you try to solicit more information on the item they're delivering?
Hassan says, or where the monastery even is.
Pashmina replies to, wait, this is, like, telepathic, right?
Yes.
We don't have to speak to, okay. Pashmina replies, I know exactly where the monastery is.
Oh, okay.
You are making a delivery? What is it that you're delivering?
Looks back at Minion holding the large egg. Looks back at you.
Who would
I'll give
want
you a
such
guess.
a thing? Telepathically,
Well,
who would want such a thing?
Just feeding Pashmina lines
Zoran absolutely is.
like a hostage negotiator.
100% Zoran is just feeding lines.
Is this something Belloar ordered?
It's a little more complicated. Got some allies that tipped us off. We're part of something greater now, Pashmina.
Greater than even before?
Of course. We may not see eye to eye on everything that our allies do, but, you know, it's all part of a bigger plan. You're not thinking of taking this, are you?
I think genuinely Pashmina shakes her head. Like,
Hate for you to get in the way.
No, it's not my intention to stand in anyone's way.
Good. And he's going to gesture to the minion, and they're going to start walking the egg to the other side of the room.
But,
So, this minion is going to hop across these platforms with the egg. Notably, leaving all that treasure behind.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty single-minded. No real use for.
Would I have to reroll stealth if I started moving to the other side of the room then? Like, to meet them on the other side of the wall?
Yes, but you'd have low DC. We're looking at 5s there.
Okay.
You're
Because,
very,
yeah, I
you're
want to
very
move
in cover
Sharon,
with
like,
that
over
traversal.
here.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Still with advantage, and you just need to meet a 5, but I am going to make you roll for it.
Well, I pass it. Just the
Excellent.
first roll already.
Perfect.
Like, I don't even have to roll again.
Not a problem.
I had a very dumb question that I sent to you.
Let me check it.
I also want
That's
to
a good question. That's very funny. Excellent.
Listen, I had to ask.
Look, respect the hustle, for sure, for sure.
Thank you.
I would actually like to try moving closer to Zeal.
You may. They don't stop you.
Catch me up. Okay.
They're definitely still watching you, and the crossbow minion behind you is absolutely still watching you.
Yeah. She's just gonna kind of keep taking steps forward, while talking. I know you say you're on a timeline, but is there truly no time at all to talk even a little? It's
Talking
just
right
been,
now.
You look different. You've changed a lot in a few
Graduated.
years.
I'm a steward now.
I'm happy for you.
It's been an interesting change. A
You
little
worked
odd.
hard for it.
We worked hard for it.
Pashmina shakes her head. You know I was never much of a hard worker.
No, but you had what it took. We were ready. Like I was.
If I was ready, I wouldn't have left.
That's true.
I know that it's important, she kind of gestures at her face in kind of the symbol of, like, the mask. But I have missed you. And I would really like to talk with you face to face. Like the old times.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. 13. That's a weird one.
24.
Fuck me. Fuck these rolls. Close right now, also.
They
Still too far.
look down at you. They give a little bit of a chuckle and just go, "Oh, hun, this is my face. This is all of our faces." Don't you remember the point of the mask?
Remind me.
How about I show you? And that's where I'd like to call it for tonight.
Jesus. Stop.
Because we've got a lot going on, and I know we're not going to be able to finish this tonight.
No.
Oh my
No.
god.
All right.
That egg is moving very quickly.
All right.
I want a.
Let me go back to stream.
Alright.
It's for you.
Holy shit.
Hi. Welcome back.
Hi.
Thank you all for playing tonight, as usual. This is a super fun session.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun in it. Heck, yeah. Let's go into stars and wishes. I think I went left to right last time, so I'm gonna go right to left this time. Eli, what are your stars and or wishes? And wishes, not or wishes. You have to do both. Mandatory.
Stars, all the puzzly stuff was very, very fun. But getting into the archive was not too difficult. It was quick, but it was very satisfying. The puzzle was handled very nicely. Not exactly what I was expecting in the quote-unquote lower archive. I wonder what is supposed to be archived here. Well, I guess it's treasure. And baby.
Dragon baby. Reserve baby.
I want baby. I want to raise baby.
Raised to be a good dragon, not an evil dragon.
But no, everything. I love the slime. I love this whole exchange that is happening. Yeah. Everything is good. I'm sorry, I can't say more. Wishes. Fuck, I don't really know what to do. I hope that egg keeps moving and forces us to make a move, because I don't know if Hassan is ready to be the aggressor here, because I don't know if Pashmina wants to even be the aggressor, or if Pashmina cares about the egg, because Hassan knows that egg cannot
Look, I
leave
saw
here.
someone measuring 15 feet from the floor.
I was about to say, I was like trying to see how close I had gotten. I fully had a plan for if he actually took his mask off, but I'm really shitty. I'm like not quite there.
Just a
Should've
little
just
cool.
sneakily stepped up a little more.
And then you can fucking kunai with chain that thing. Yeah, that's it. I'm just excited for next session.
Nice. Alright. Matt. Oh, wait, did you want to do more wishes?
Oh, well, I also just say I'm hoping to see the consequences of all our actions.
Consequences of actions? What? In my Dungeons and Dragons game?
There are no consequences ever.
There are always consequences. Yeah, Matt, stars and wishes.
Oh my god. I mean, what wasn't a star today? There's just so much. There's just so much. I love expectations when they are something happens unexpected.
You're looking for the word subversion?
Yes, fucking god, thank you. I love subverted expectations. I really thought we were coming down to a bunch of fucking books. I thought it was a tomb at first when I saw it because of this platform thing. But yeah, I love that. 2, just had a really good day as Loka. Like, was doing things as Loka, talking to people had a good time. 3, this whole fucking just anxiety-inducing setup of like, is a fight gonna happen or are we gonna let them walk out? Like, what's gonna happen? I really don't know. Yeah, I don't. It's just this is a really fun session. I agree. Wishes, I really very badly, so very very bad. Anything to make it happen. Want to push that person off that pillar. I want very badly to do that. The second wish is I want to get the egg and, much like Eli said, have dragon baby on squad. And I don't think that's going to happen, but I do very badly.
The squad hatches a dragon egg.
Thirdly, I want to get the mask off of Zeal. And fourth, I want to play again tomorrow.
Oh, me too, bud. I am like all prepped up though, so I might try and schedule another session for next week. That's not a I will be trying to schedule another session.
I will do my best to make that work on my end.
I know scheduling is hard. It's always hard.
Yeah. But that's
sick. That's good. All right. Thank you very much. Me, stars. I'm very proud of this room. I spent a lot of time making the ransacked vault of the unknown wizard dragon, and I like it. I think I did a good job. The character work, super good. Love everyone kind of getting their own moments in this. I haven't done like a villain dialogue in a long time. That's been fun. Zeal turned out more gay stereotype than I expected. But in a way that I think is fun.
My sassy gay older brother teasing me all the time.
Exactly. I'm into it though. I like it. I think that's fun.
That's very funny.
I'm also into this setup and that it is changed, because I definitely like set up this room in kind of a specific way, and I love that that is changing according to each of the characters' kind of behaviors. I think that's interesting. I actually like the later time slot, weirdly. Like I'm definitely tired right now, but like basically just getting a solid chance to eat before playing D&D was really nice. I might start pushing more for the 7 o'clock time slot than the 6. Just for that reason, and see how that goes and works.
Yeah, we do tend to eat later.
But that was just kind of a weird star for today. Wishes. Use this room for its intended purpose. Play to find out what happens. I'm excited to see everything. I'm excited to see the social repercussions of this event with the party. And how, like, Zeron getting a bunch of new info about dragons, Pejmina having this conversation back and forth with Zeal that everyone else can hear and may not know full context of. Super interested in seeing the aftermath of that. Also just like, yeah, more potential, more Astior and Calandus stuff. Like, yeah, there's just, I'm excited for the potentia that this session is setting up. Yeah, awesome. Caroline, stars and wishes.
Yeah, stars. The session. I hate that I say this like now every single time, but this was just such a good like lore session. Even though it like is much shorter just because we did start so late. Again, I'm so sorry.
Not your fault.
But like I think that's like the perfect amount of time, and we did everything so well to lead up to next session that I love that. I'm very excited to see how it goes from here. Star. Everything about the dragons. The fact that there's now 6 new types, which is fascinating.
Moonstone Dwagon.
I'm so excited for those. Zeron is very excited. And may or may not be leaving with 6 extra books today.
If you can get them past our slime friend, maybe.
We will figure it out.
Hey, son will be very unhappy with you.
Into the lantern they go.
Oh no.
Wrist pocket.
You
Wrist pocket, baby!
you fucker.
Wrist pocket, baby!
Your son will not forgive you for stealing from a library.
This is a private collection, Heisan. Very
We've already
different.
done. We've been down this road.
We've been down this road.
Didn't Pashmina steal from a library?
I sure
a
fucking
page out of a
ripped
book.
pages out of fucking books.
Not
And
not
wrecked.
only stole, destroyed pieces from a library. Well, not destroyed. Damaged.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like that's a far worse crime than
You never know.
I mean, true.
Pashmina's sins are enviable.
I mean,
I
at
thought that
least
sentence
there
was
was
going to end with incalculable, which I think would have been very
Also
funny.
very funny.
It would have, if I could have thought of that word quick and
yeah,
Also
but
like
Pashmina
that.
there's personal reasons
so
for
bad about it every single fucking day. You can't imagine.
Well,
just
you
like,
see,
oh
that's
my
the
God.
difference here. That's the difference here. Zeron's gonna be smug about it.
Pashmina's the type of person who will, like, never return a library book because she accidentally tore a page and is afraid the librarian will yell at her when she returns.
Yep.
Hate me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I doggy-eared 1 page. I'm sorry.
I'll fix it.
burn in hell forever.
That's just their nightmare. They get the Lord of Asmodeus just tells them all the really tiny little things.
Pashmina has so much more social anxiety than I thought I would play her with.
It's very good. It's very good. My only other star is just the dragon egg. I know we've already had 2 people say it, but the dragon egg. Because we have 2 people who really want to take it and keep it.
Gonna have to work hard.
Full stop. I'm not continuing that sentence.
Ideal.
Are you gonna try and destroy it? Is that what you were just saying?
No comment.
Jesus fuck.
Damn.
All right, wishes. What are we playing next?
Is it Thursday yet?
Thursday yet.
I have been watching your roll trees.
Hannah, stars and wishes.
Stars. Just these sessions have been so fucking good. Everything about them. They've just been fun. I hope everyone has felt, like they've gotten to do something or be included or, like, these are just such good sessions. I feel fucking brain dead right now. Being in the headspace of Pashmina right now is like, just like legitimately shocked at everything that's happening right now. Wishes? I don't know that I have any, like, strong wishes. I just kind of want to see how this plays out. Like, I have no real strong desires one way or another. I just want to see what everyone does because it's interesting as fuck right now. Want to play more?
Excellent. Me too. All right. In that case, thank you everyone for playing, for doing a watch, for sticking with it this late. I am very much looking forward to our next session, and I will see you all then. I'm gonna hit the record button.
Yeah.